Hey, kids, it's your old pals in the Brandon. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Why is
intro? You been practicing that?
yeah, I didn't steal it from The Simpsons.
Show. No, clearly not.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not.
Why is Boop the go-to? Did we say Boop? Was Boop the very first audible utterance? The first audible utterance. Homestall.
I don't know. I didn't say no boop. I don't think.
I said
boop. Did not say boop.
A widowy. What was Wesker saying last night?
Whitney. He said Whitney, but it kept sounding like widowy.
Whitney's not a word. He was saying like
Whitney.
That's not a word though. He was saying
What?
Winnowing. Like a winnow. Widowy. Yeah, he's like, humanity's winnowing. But it sounded like in the game he was like widowy, which is a joke that we
sound like that.
Which is a joke we say to each other. Or I know it's not like a unique joke to like talk like a kid and go like, "Oh,
we invented it.
We made it up. Anyone who steals it is stealing from us."
You'll be hearing from our lawyers.
You widowy owe us?
You're in big trouble.
You will be in big trouble. I widowy will flow up. Hello, welcome to the DrawBomb, where we draw and we bomb. It's a real mess. There will shrapnel everywhere. I'm gonna stop.
Alright.
Welcome, folks.
And how's it going?
Brandon, it's going all right. It could go better. It could go worse.
Sure.
You know, what can I say?
If you told me that it couldn't possibly be better, I would. No, I'd call you a liar.
Wow. You'd be right to call me a liar. Wow, there are so many new options in this program. I'm widowy short. Sorry for the late start, folks, but the program that we always do this program in forced me to log in, which has not happened in quite a while. I want to say it's like widowy been a year. But then when I went to the website, because I had to like figure out what my password was, I went to the website. I widowy went to the website, and then when I went to the website, I saw that they released an update like 3 days ago. Business Father asks, what is this program? It is called DrawPile. It is a free collaborative art program. It's kind of like Magma.
Yeah, shared canvas program.
Yeah. We used to do it on Open Canvas, but specifically version 1, and we were doing this at the time of Open Canvas version 15 was out or something like that. But only Open Canvas version 1 allowed you to draw on the same canvas. But we found DrawPile, which was useful because we were using it to make a webcomic at the time.
Yes.
And anyways, so I went to the website, saw that they'd released a new version 3 days ago, and I was like, oh shit. And then it was like a series of miscommunications. We ended up both downloading the new version, and it's so different.
It seems like it's good different.
Yeah, I'm liking it so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
I'm excited to experience this new cavalcade of features. Wow.
Cavalcade, that's the word of the day.
Is that one a word, or are you gonna
No, cavalcade's a word.
Oh, okay, good.
You were the other words you were saying were not words. No.
We don't need to go into that, you know. I wouldn't just drag you so harshly through the mud if you struggled with the English language a little bit here and there. But that's because I'm your friend, you know? It's different.
Okay, now I feel guilty. Thanks for now I feel guilty.
That's what I was going for. I was trying.
Oh wow. Widowy, not a word, says Business Father.
Fair. You were right. You were correct.
I should also explain. We were polishing off a Resident Evil game that we've been playing together last night. And yeah, Resident Evil 5, the racist one, and Albert Wesker is in it, and he's like, you're fighting his final boss, and this final boss was glitched and was not functioning properly.
Sucked.
It was so annoying.
Such a bummer.
Yeah, the whole game, it's like the last, I don't even want to say like half of it. It was like the last fifth of the game. All of the boss fights were either broken or terrible. And it was like very frustrating.
Yeah, and it's like I enjoyed the game mostly. It's just like these weird like parts that should be like big moments were just like really glitched.
Yeah.
It just sucked.
And so we were fighting Wesker, and we had to fight him over and over and over. And then there's a line where he's like, the human race has been winnowing for some time. But because, and I feel like this would only happen, like we only heard it because we have the, I would widowy flow up, like joke. I feel like that inside joke is what spoiled it for us.
We both immediately went there.
Yeah. And so we heard that, and we just heard him going winnowing, and we just heard him going, the human race is widowy, so broken, or whatever he says. And that's what we started talking about, and that's why I was clowning on Brandon's grammar.
You got me good. You know,
I got you.
You really knocked me down a few pegs. My ego was a little too high, but you got me right where I belong.
I wasn't trying to.
Too late.
You were just not saying words. That's all.
Next time I try to be part of a conversation, I'm just gonna choose not to. I'm gonna be like,
it's a conversation of two. It's not like you're a third wheel or something like that.
All right, sure. Whatever you need to tell yourself.
Sure. I will whittle back out. Anyways, this program we got to get used to these new features of this program.
Yeah, I'm trying.
So it might this episode might take a bit longer for us, but also imagine once we get like really good at this, like it might make our lives so much easier. I hope.
Yeah, I mean, it can.
I pray. It could.
Good, dude.
You could
I'll pray every day before every episode of this show.
I look up at the God and I'm like, Mr. God.
Please let this be a good one.
Just saying Mr. God. That would actually be a great... Hear me out. A great rapper name would be Mr. God.
Yeah. It's a name that demands respect.
It does, yeah. Actually, like, if I ever become a rapper, I'm going to be Mr. God. I feel like that's great.
I like the ego that is, like, part of rap. And
yeah, me too.
That's just a perfect name for that reason.
It's like when it comes to rap, if you're not like a conscious rapper, if you're just like rapping like for funsies and not like talking about like the problems that face society and black people at large, which there's a lot to talk about on that subject, I'm sure. I mean, I can't experience firsthand, but I do know of a bit of it. But if you're rapping and you're just doing like fun raps, it's like you either talk about how cool you are, how much the other guy sucks, or how cool you are and how much the other guy sucks, or like how much sex you have. Like it's like one of those 4 options.
All of the above.
Yeah. So like, you know, ego kind of like is not an inherent part of rap, but like very specific types of rap is like, it's like part of it a little bit.
And so like genre of rap is all about how much money you make and how much everyone else sucks and how much women love you and stuff like that.
And like how cool you are and like how like unflappable you are. So like I feel like calling yourself Mr. God is not out of the ordinary for that, but I love it.
Perfect.
Might just release a song or two under the title of Mr. God, who knows?
There you go.
Mr. God, hello. Oh. I said that and like I cracked myself. Have you ever cracked yourself up, Brandon? Like just off of something?
No, I've never said anything funny.
Oh, okay. I would know. I've hung around you.
Yes, I've cracked myself up.
You crack me up a lot. I mean, so if you don't crack yourself up, who are you?
I laugh at my stuff sometimes, but I found out at a young age that if you if you don't wink at the camera at all and you're very dry in your delivery, you don't even have to be that funny and people will think you're very funny.
That's true. So half the time I'm not even telling a joke and people are laughing at what I'm saying and I'm like, No, I'm serious. Like, we have to get to the bunker.
Hey, funny guy, say something funny.
No, we have to get to the bunker. There is an earthquake. People are dying. This guy, he's so funny.
It's doing the one about the bunker again. Love that one.
Always talking about the bunker.
But no, so I learned that when I was young, and it just, you know. So I feel like I've trained myself not to crack myself up, because
that's fair.
If you tell a joke without laughing at yourself,
it is funnier.
Even like smiling, people just you get extra points. You don't even have to be as funny. People just laugh because of your delivery.
It is funnier not to laugh at your own jokes. Like I remember when Dave Chappelle came back to do stand-up comedy, and he wasn't very funny anymore.
Did he ever end up doing stand-up comedy when he came back?
Yeah, it was very.
I thought he just told some stories and stuff. I didn't realize he was doing any.
I mean, you can call them jokes, but like, or comedy.
I know. But I was doing it.
No, I know. I understand where you're going with that. I didn't at first, but I picked up what you were putting down. But there was like his very first stand-up special before he decided like, oh, I'm gonna be edgy and like just. I mean, I guess he was always kind of like edgy, but like when he
decided
like
to just attack trans people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Where he was like kind of trying to do stand-up for a little bit before he decided he was just gonna like be attacking trans people a lot or gay people. I mean, I saw his last couple specials, and each one of them I was just like, yeesh. But when he decided to punch,
doesn't have to be your brand, sir.
Yeah, when he decided to punch down, Business Father put it the best. When he decided to punch down, and like his first special, like it wasn't funny, but like, you know, at least he wasn't spending the whole time punching down, so you know, it was the least worst of them all. But like, he would do this thing every time where he would like tell a joke, and then he'd do this thing where he'd like turn his back to the audience and like pretend like he was like laughing at himself. Like he'd be like, yeah, punchline.
Yeah, I don't like when comedians
reconnecting. Oh, no. Fun stuff. Connection successful. Still? I hear you. Yeah, it's fine between you and me. Okay. Also, internet check. Worry not, Business Father. Your internet is fine. It was my internet. We are back to full bars. I don't know what happened. It didn't even like drop between us, but I don't know.
That's weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
are you still strange. In the draw pile?
I am still in the draw pile. Everything is good. I see you drawing your character. No, it was literally just like OBS was the only program that shit out. I don't understand. Okay. Weird stuff.
Weird things. Weird stuff.
It's so weird. But yeah, Business Father says, at this point he just does whatever he wants. You know, he'll bring Elon Musk up on stage, which is like the most cringe.
He gets mad when the people are like not interested.
Yeah. Hey, like, what? Welcome, the richest man in the world. And everyone's like, boo. He's like, why? Yeah. It's like, motherfucker, why not?
I'm going to have trouble paying rent this month because I came to your show. What the fuck are you doing bringing this guy out?
Yeah, the guy who, you know, before he started being extra terrible, who instead of offering his, like when his employees wanted to unionize so that they could get health care, he was like, what if I built you a roller coaster? Like that guy, like...
The most out of touch rich baby in the world?
Yeah, okay. Rich Baby is a great way. Like, he is just... We shouldn't even, like, use his name anymore. We should just do, like, Rich Baby.
That's basically what he is. I love the whole, like... Not to go on an Elon Musk thing, because I'd rather not give him any more.
Yeah. You know, more oxygen than he deserves.
But, did you see that whole clip where he was all mad about advertisers dipping, and he's like, go fuck yourself. Like that little thing that he did?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, he was on some, like... Yeah, well, good. You shouldn't. But it was all over the news just because he's like,
I'm sure.
But he's like, they were talking about how everybody's leaving because he's like boosting like anti-Semitic shit and like weird stuff and doing weird stuff, and advertisers are leaving. And then he's like, somebody's like, so what's your opinion on this? And he's like, advertisers trying to blackmail me with money? Me? Go fuck yourself. And it's like it's not blackmail if people don't buy your product, dude. Like, yeah. If I buy Coke instead of Pepsi, I'm not blackmailing Pepsi. You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Dumb piece of shit.
Why are people calling me
so out of touch?
Why are people calling me hateful and anti-Semitic just because I am? Like, what?
I think if somebody wanted to be known, I mean, I guess it's across the board, never the case, but somebody wants to be known as like smart guy businessman, like that's the image they want, you'd think they would at least learn how to at least look like one, you know?
Yeah.
They would at least like do the basics to like fake it instead of like not even understanding. Like these are the people that are always on about the free market, and then somebody not buying their product, they call it blackmail. It's like, you don't understand anything.
I love the free market until the free market decides against me. Then I'm anti the free market. And it's like,
if they don't buy my shit, they're blackmailing me. That's what it is. Okay.
It's annoying.
Sure.
There was also like when the new Grand Theft Auto trailer came out, somebody was like, "I've never played Grand Theft Auto 1,
saw that.
Grand Theft Auto 2,
Amazing.
Grand Theft Auto, yeah." And then
First
like
off, do you know the guy who posted the original thing? Where that came from?
I'm sure he's a white supremacist asshole or some shit like that.
No, it's even funnier than that.
Oh boy.
He works for Twitter, and they were mad that Rockstar posted the video on YouTube and linked to it instead of posting it on Twitter.
Oh, the video website that actually loads the videos I'm trying to watch, unlike Twitter.
Yeah, but they were mad. He was mad. So he was like, "Fuck these games."
Wow. Yeah, and then just for people,
there was Twitter employees talking about how I hate how online I am. Why do I know all this shit? This is so stupid.
I'm not even on Twitter, and I hate that I'm not even on. I haven't been on Twitter since 2020. Aside from like when Elon Musk bought the website, I posted like 3 anti-Elon Musk tweets just calling him an asshole. But like I'm not on the website at all. Otherwise, but like I still have to hear about what the fuck's going on the website. It's so annoying. I hate it.
I'm sorry. I'm here telling you shit that you somehow managed to avoid, even though it's everywhere. I don't know why I know, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. So just for business father knows, but for anyone who's watching the VOD or anyone who anyone who isn't an Elon Musk fanboy who hasn't been turned away yet, on Twitter, some guy was mad who works for Twitter who was like, I haven't played Grand Theft Auto 1. Grand Theft Auto 2, he like literally listed off the Grand Theft Auto numbers, even though like you could tell this guy did know, because like he's like Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 6. It's like, oh, so you did play Grand Theft Auto Vice City and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, did ya? Or Liberty City Stories. But anyway, so the guy's like basically like making a post being like, I've never played any Grand Theft Auto, and then Elon Musk, the fucking supreme dork, goes, I couldn't play Grand Theft Auto 5. The first mission made me shoot cops, so I had to stop right there. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Like if they had you shoot like the like workers you didn't pay in your emerald mines during apartheid South Africa, like you would have fucking been all over that shit. But
wow, no, I'm so immersed.
I can't. I don't want to break the law. The game makes me break the law. It's like, bitch, you broke the law all the time. You're just rich. You can just pay off people. Like,
he's an idiot.
He's an idiot. He's fucking Elon Musk. Anyways, that's the most political we'll be all year.
Yeah, get it out of our system.
Yeah, fucking. I hate that asshole. So I actually I was talking to an old roommate of mine, and I remember yeah, I can't shoot a fictional pig. Ooh, says business father. Yeah, like so stupid. It's like, oh no, like
and his direct quote was, turns out I just don't like doing crime.
Yeah, it's like, no, dude, you do crime literally every day. You just don't like.
I was gonna say, you've just stolen more money from your employees than like professional thieves.
Yeah.
Stolen from banks in history.
The amount of theft you've done, it will never amount to what a character in Grand Theft Auto steals during like their most prolific heist. Like,
yeah,
stupid. But your whole life is a crime. Yeah, accurate.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? Fuck Elon Musk. It doesn't matter. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. He sucks. All of his wealth was gained from slavery and from apartheid, so like from exploiting people and stuff like that. So he's a piece of shit. Fuck him.
He just pays smart people to do things for him, and then he
takes the credit.
He cosplays as a genius.
Yeah. What a wonderful world we live in.
Yeah. Anyways, let's not talk about Elon Musk anymore.
Yeah, we've given him way too much oxygen.
About Rich Baby.
Yeah, Rich Baby. Yeah, we should just call him Rich Baby for now. We shouldn't give him a name. We shouldn't dignify him with a name. Brandon, what have you been doing lately?
Ian. Gosh, I've been working on a bunch of holiday and non-holiday commissions, so that's been fun. Just a bunch of different art things. Today I spent a lot of the day writing out Christmas cards, because every year we do that, and I'm excited about this batch. They're fun. You've gotten a few of them.
I'm excited to receive.
Yeah, so they should be shipped out this week. These ones are good. We took the pictures and photoshopped them last night and did everything. This one involved a green screen, some stuff.
Ooh.
I guess we photoshopped before, but this one it made it easier to put a green screen up. But
yeah,
came out funny. I'm happy with it. I'm excited for people to see it.
I'm excited to see it too.
So you should be getting that soon. And I've been watching and playing some stuff.
Ooh, like what?
Let's see. What have I been watching and playing? I've been watching the new season of Rick and Morty. Overall, it's fine. It's not like better or worse. It's, like the last couple seasons have been fine. Although, I do want to mention one joke that I thought was really funny. I don't think you care about any spoilers on one 5-second joke, do you?
Not particularly, no.
No. Okay, so there's a scene, and it was like a cutaway, so all of a sudden it just cuts to, I forget even, so they did a clip episode, like they often do. And they usually have a different theme for why it's happening. There was
interdimensional cable.
There was the cable. There was the one with the memories where they were putting the crystals in and just watching the memories real quick. Yeah, that one. So this one, I won't, spoil what the plot to it was, but regardless, it was a clip thing of memories or past things that had occurred. And so they're just little one-off 5-second jokes, and then moves on to the next one. And one of them was all of a sudden Rick comes running into the room with these 2 sacks shaped like Rick and Morty and throws them on the ground. And he's like, Morty, I just killed the Rick and Morty that were in Space Jam. They were begging for it though, Morty. It wasn't even a murder. They wanted to die.
Incredible.
I thought that was funny.
That's great. I would also beg for death if I was in Space Jam too.
Yeah. But I just like that they were they hated it but had to do what WB made them do.
Yeah.
Or it seemed that way, at least from the joke,
No, yeah, that's amazing. Man, we could devote a whole episode to shitting on that Space Jam movie, and we have devoted multiple, I would argue.
Yeah, I think if you took all the time we've talked about it and combined it, it might equal the length of one episode.
Yeah.
Or 2.
We could hire an editor. We would hire them to cut together a Space Jam episode right now.
And, right, this is the part where you were already doing it. I didn't look at your camera.
Well, it's amazing how we're so in sync. When was your latest period? Because mine was the same time as yours.
Oh my god, we're all synced up.
We're so
amazing.
Synced. That is great. That's a very funny joke. Because
yes, I thought that was a good joke.
That's very funny. But overall, the season was just was fine.
It's not over yet, but it's good. I'm enjoying it. It feels. I never stopped liking Rick and Morty personally.
Yeah, I've never. I haven't been up to date on it, but I've never stopped liking it. It's just it felt like season 1 and 2 were I feel like strong.
Newness.
Yeah, it's lost the newness. I feel like I've kind of season 1 and 2 of Rick and Morty were doing the thing that Rick and Morty does, but as time went on, I I grew immune to the thing that Rick and Morty does, which the thing that Rick and Morty does is they'll do a thing and Rick will be like, "Hey Morty, it's just like Jaws. We're doing the Jaws thing. It's just like Jaws. We're gonna be so Jaws." And they do that for 10 minutes, and that's fun. That was fun, but I feel like that.
That's
that's
a little old.
Yeah, that's gone a little. That's not everything Rick and Morty does, but it's a big part of it. I feel like it's a big part of it, and that kind of got not old necessarily, but I got used to it, and so it was less. It's like when movies started being meta. Scream 1 was a slasher movie, but it was a slasher movie that stood out because they were oh, this is what horror movies do, and people were huh. I've never seen a horror movie that says what horror movies do. And then like by Scream 3, every horror movie was like every movie was meta at that point.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, you know.
I also think it's suffering from metaverse fatigue that I have across the board.
Multiverse
fatigue.
Yeah. Man, when Rick and Morty comes to the metaverse, though, we'll already be suffering metaverse fatigue.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that metaverse.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be great.
Oh, Business Father says, remember when everyone got mad about the fictional cartoon rabbit didn't have big enough tits?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
We were furious.
We were so mad. We boycotted up until the movie came out. Man, it was so stupid. People are so stupid. I hate.
The internet is a disgusting place, but it's also fascinating, like a zoo.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, wow, look at the animals and how they act. It's weird. They're almost like people.
Yeah. Look, they're all mad that the fictional cartoon rabbit isn't being sexualized. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like that's an insane take, and it's so stupid, but it's also just like entertaining that people feel that way.
Yeah.
And I'm entertained.
It's very funny to see people be mad that like Lola Bunny's not going to be like, I don't know, making blowjob lips or something like that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's the whole generation of furries that were created by her, and
that's true.
They're mad because she's back.
She's back. I will say this. They did unsexualize her in the movie, but they also like completely made her a cardboard like blank. Like she was like a non-character in the second movie. There's like a million complaints to have about the second movie. Like no one was really a character, in all honesty. Yeah. Like all the time that could have been spent
except for LeBron James.
Yeah, LeBron James.
Some real good acting. It was nothing about him was cardboard. He was alive.
Yeah. Yeah, like all the time that they could have spent developing characters and giving them personalities, or establishing characters and establishing personalities, all went to like a 30-minute montage of like, hey, look, it's Casablanca. Hey, and that's me doing Elmer Fudd, not like a child, but you know, Elmer Fudd was in, I think, the Casablanca segment. It was just like that whole montage was weird because it felt like Warner Brothers being like, look at all the movies we own. And I was like, I hate this. I hate this dystopia.
Like, hey, remember when we did the Pulp Fiction thing in the first one? Well, let's do that again a bunch of times.
Except we own Pulp Fiction now, so we can...
So we can just make the entire movie of Pulp Fiction with Looney Tunes. We can do it. I don't know what market that's for, but it's legal. We can fucking do it.
Yeah. Business Father says two things that I think are very accurate. Lola was a baddie in Space Jam 1, but also that's a weird ass choice to make. Yeah, she and the first one, she was at least confident and she was good at basketball, and like she knew her like skill level, and that's a character. And in Space Jam 2, she was kind of like the Boy Scout almost. She was just like, let's go team, and that's it. I feel like
they like so. Yes, the first one was weird because they definitely tried to make her sexy, right?
Yeah,
like
100%.
Let's not play dumb. Like, yeah, she was like a strong woman and all that, and that's cool, and that part's great. But she was straight up like, you know, they tried to make her hot.
She'd be like, "Ooh, excuse me, I dropped my blowjob." And like that was like her. She was like 3 lines away from that, sort of.
The way she talked and like the way that, I mean, I'm not trying to like put it on women. The women can be that way, but it's a kid's movie.
You can be sexual, it's fine. Yeah, it's just a weird choice.
It's just a weird thing. It wasn't for the women, you know. It wasn't.
No, it was
women
empowerment. To get kids.
Let's not try to pretend.
Yeah, somebody was getting their rocks off behind the scenes.
Right, it was a weird thing to do in a kid's movie. But then like to try to like backpedal the new one, they made her a non-character. She's might as well have been like. It's like, oh, sorry, she had a brain injury between the first movie and this one.
That's exactly what it was like. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lola Bunny. She was in a car accident. Half her brain got like cut off. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for everyone who liked Lola Bunny as a character. Yeah, no, it's really weird. So they turned her into a non, like, yeah, they were like, yeah, basically the people who were writing the movie were just like, she got Gary Busey as business father. Oh, God. We didn't make that joke. I just want to say. No. She got Ben Roethlisberger.
No, I was laughing about something else. I was laughing about a different thing.
Yeah.
That I thought from a different time.
I made it worse. I said she got Ben Roethlisberger, who is another person who was in it. And then I said it twice, yeah. But yeah, like it was like whoever was writing the script was like, ah, shit, we can't make her sexy, so how do we write a woman? I don't know.
Well, if they're not sexy, what are they? They're boring, right? So that's all we'll give her.
Oh, they're non-existent to me. If they're not sexy, right. I don't pay attention to them.
They blend into the background.
Yeah, they get me my coffee. As far as I know, I don't know. What do they do for you?
Yeah. So what a joke.
And then that's like we haven't. I mean, we don't need to because again, we've talked about Space Jam 2 ad nauseum, more than the movie deserves. But then like the second half of the movie when they're doing the actual like game is just like visual vomit.
Oh my God, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like if you had AI make a movie.
Oh.
That's what it looks like.
It was so bad. I remember, so like you weren't there for when Austin and I watched it. We watched the end of it. We suffered for you again because Austin and I watched it together, and then we went to your place the next day and then finished the movie with you because you had not finished the movie and you were like,
no, I didn't. Is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You're right. Okay. Yep. It came back to me now. Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't 100%.
Sorry, it was a gray area in my brain because I don't remember much of Space Jam on purpose.
I'm sorry, I brought the memories back.
That's all right.
But we went and we finished the movie with you. But like oh man, like it's so ugly. I don't know how else to describe it other than just like they just it's just like vomit.
It's like in the blurry. Background. There's so much shit on the screen. It's blurry. Like it's not even like
it is blurry.
Sharp because there's just so much like they just packed so much trash into a frame. It's
and like
disgusting looking.
They did the thing I've done where I'm trying to like make a frame look busy, so I throw a bunch of shit in there, and then I realize it looks like ass. So I'm like, what do I don't know, just blur it. If I blur it, it'll look fine. And they did that for like half the movie, but it looks so bad. And like not only that, but you can see them like reusing footage, and it's like okay, so like, and
you
also
see, like the Clockwork Orange guys.
That's like, exactly what I was gonna say.
Next to each other, you'll see them like 4 rows over the same 4 guys. Like it's like if you played an old like video game in the 90s, like for a sports game, in the audience, it's like the same 8 people like doing this, except it's like Fred Flintstone and the Clockwork Orange guys, and then like a bunch of the dudes from like He-Man in like the background who are like giant, who are just like in the background. Oh god, it was so bad. The Clockwork Orange, I was literally gonna bring those exact guys up because they're dead center. Such a weird thing to put in the. Oh, you mean those guys that rape a bunch of people in the movie?
Yeah,
that's who we're gonna put in Space Jam.
Oh yeah, why don't we put them right behind the good guys team? Why don't we put the guys who like their big like the big storyline behind them is that they rape people? Let's put them right behind Bugs Bunny and like the Looney Tunes in our awful like congealed mess of a fucking like movie. Fucking
that movie's so like.
That's
the problem when there's too many
I'm offended.
People working on a project. Yeah. Like, how did this even? How is it so out of touch?
As a person who has eyes and ears and grew up, I am offended.
So, the original Space Jam was based on a commercial, and then they made a movie from it. And I've gone back and watched the original Space Jam, and it doesn't hold up that well.
It's terrible.
It's pretty shit. But
it's regardless, bad. It's fun if you're drunk.
It has a little bit more of a plot to it than this one. It's better than this one by like a million, I think. I don't think that's just nostalgia goggles. It's
got any personality to it, is the thing. At least like the original Space Jam like has any like,
and the animation's like actually like
good,
nice.
Yeah.
So visually it's something. And
they've got Wayne Knight.
Buys you some points. Yeah, there you go. And Bill Murray.
And Bill Murray's in it.
But
they've also got
the original Space Jam
Charles Barkley.
Was based. Yeah, that's true. They do, and we can't be upset about that.
No.
And Danny DeVito. Anyways, the original was based on a commercial where the Looney Tunes like plays like some sports with like Michael Jordan or something, and it was like popular commercial. So then they made a movie out of it.
Insane.
And then the new movie was a commercial based on a movie.
Accurate. Yeah. No, you. That's actually the perfect summation. I think that's pretty much that hits the nail on the head right there. It was really bad. It was a commercial for Warner Brothers. Does Warner Brothers? They're not. I guess it was a commercial for Max or HBO Max, but now just Max. Like it was just like Warner Brothers being like, look at all the shit we own. What if there's a terrible non-plot? Like it was. There was a bit of a plot in the beginning that was really hackneyed and not great. But like you could do something with that plot in the beginning. I will give them that much. You could do something with LeBron James being like, I got sons. One is like really into basketball. One wants to make a video game. But what? I like basketball. How do I connect with my son who wants to make a video game, not basketball?
Yeah.
But then, and like again, the best we've said this multiple times, but the best acting in the movie was when there's like execs in a room with LeBron James being like, what if we made, I think like Space Jam with LeBron James, and he's like, what? That's stupid. And like he's legitimately acting good in that scene. Like, and I think that's because that was just his actual reaction to them.
It was a hidden camera scene.
Yeah. Because that's like the one scene where his acting is like convincing, and I was like, oh shit, is LeBron James like actually good at acting? Nope. The rest of the movie disproved that, but that one scene was good. And then the rest of the movie, so then it's like that, and then he gets sucked into the computer with Don Cheadle. And then it's a 30-minute like montage of Warner Brothers being like, here's all the movies we own and all the things that you love that we have bought over the years. And then it's like 10 berries. Yeah, it's member berries, and then it's like 10 minutes of I don't know, them like leading up to them having the big game, and then it's the big game, and then it's like an hour long just commercial of like visual vomit of like, here's all the properties we own in a fucking like just the most ugliest smorgasbord you've ever seen. Oh man, I'm just mad about that movie. I don't know why. Why am I so mad about Space Jam 2?
It's visually offensive.
It was. I will never. I've seen a lot of horrible things on the internet. I've seen Tub Girl. I've seen Goatsy. I've seen.
Does Warner Brother own any of those?
They might. They probably do. I think
Goatsy was somewhere in the audience. Next to Godzilla, King Kong or something. Yeah.
He was next to like those weird cum stains that are in He-Man that go. Oh man, yeah, that movie just made me mad.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be good, but I didn't expect it to offend me as a piece of art.
Yeah, I feel like when I watched that movie, I felt art die. Is what happened. Like I've never felt like if I watched a film of somebody holding the Mona Lisa underwater until like the bubbles stopped coming out, that would have been less awful to watch. and then like they burnt the painting. Like it was like they hold Mona Lisa underwater and like they hold her there until the bubbles stop coming out, and then they go over and then they burn the painting, and then like that's all like security cam footage. That would have been less horrible to watch than Space Jam 2.
Who owns the Mona Lisa now? Is that 20th Century Fox, or is that
it might be on Paramount Plus?
Yeah, I can't wait till these studios start buying famous art.
Yeah,
is that a thing that could happen?
Dude, anything is up for grabs nowadays, I feel like.
Yeah.
They can copyright the human genome. Why can't they copyright the Mona Lisa? I don't get it.
Can they? Is that a thing that happened?
Yeah, that's why there was a big case about it actually back when like they first started mapping the human genome sequence. There was like a woman who like her, I don't want to say her body was donated to science, but I feel like there was like a woman who was one of the first people that they like mapped her human genome, and then there became like a big legal battle over like, well, can't insurance companies then like take that genome sequence, like back trace it to a bunch of like genetic diseases and things like that, and then use that to essentially like deny coverage to people who just like share these sequences in their DNA. And like that sort of like was like, well, that would be kind of like essentially copywriting the human genome sequence, and there was like a whole discussion about that.
It's wacky.
Yeah, man, it's great, good shit. Hey, welcome to DrawBomb. We come here to feel good and draw pictures.
You guys feeling good? I'm feeling good.
You guys happy out there today?
Me too.
Oh God, I don't have any money. Anyways. Oh yeah, also He-Man, as Business Father puts, He-Man was a commercial for toys. My Little Pony, Transformers, those were all, I think, somewhere in the...
Well, just about every cartoon in the 80s was kind of a commercial for toys. But I mean, that's kind of cartoons in general, to be honest. I mean,
yes,
I love animation, but I wouldn't put it on the creators of their shows, but the studios that pay for the animation, I think, are trying to sell merch a lot of times, you know?
So it's like
the distributors and the producers.
It's not like necessarily the creators of the shows, but it's definitely like the studios that own the shows. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like, I mean, during the 80s there was that huge swath of shows that were essentially made. I mean, what, Star Wars, George Lucas didn't own, like, he didn't get rights based on like how much money the movies made. He got money based on the like the merch sales. So he would put like all these fancy spaceships and like crazy aliens in the movies because he could sell toys on them, and then he would make his killing off those toys. So it's not like that far removed from it. But you know, like He-Man was a commercial for toys. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles started out as a comic, but then was like turned into a cartoon to sell toys. It's almost like a chicken and the egg sort of situation. I did read, so like I never watched the Teen Titans TV show. It was just kind of like too cringy anime bullshit stuff in it. Like I watched like an episode, and they like in like 1 minute they were like, they did that thing that I kind of annoys me in a lot of anime, where like they have like an overly exaggerated expression that like changes the entire style of how they draw the character, and they're like, ah ha 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 ba 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 ba, you know what I mean?
You like your cartoons to be made in a factory, and you want them to stay on a model 100% of the time. I understand.
Yes, that's exactly what I want. Like. No, they just did too much cringy anime bullshit, and like just too short of a time, and I was like, I don't know if like the people who make this show do have a background in anime, or if they're just very influenced by anime, but you're taking the parts that I dislike the most. Like, I love anime, don't get me wrong, but there's like, I don't think it's cultural. I just think that there's like shit that's cringy in anime, and if you talk to like a person from Japan where that anime airs, they'll be like, yeah, I fucking hate that shit too, man. Like, I feel like that would be a thing.
Yeah.
But there's just like some cringy anime bullshit, and they just like, I feel like there was a really heavy amount of it, so I just never got into that show. But I read somewhere, and this is like a long time ago, and this was not like an official account, so this is speculation, everybody. Like, don't trust what I'm saying here.
So you're not saying you don't have the inside scoop on the Teen Titans show?
I don't have. Right now? I've never worked for a studio. I have never teened a Titan. That sounds bad. Anyways,
Police, yeah, get in here.
Yeah. Oh no! Stop! No!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I was trying to get a soundboard ready to go, but oh yeah, Spew worked on Lord Spew worked on Teen Titans Go, which is like the spin-off that came out like 8 years. I've watched more.
Yeah, people seem to like that one.
It's weird. There's like I like it. I actually like it a lot more than the original Teen Titans. But again, I've watched like no episodes of Teen Titans. I watched a bunch of episodes of Teen Titans Go. I thought it was hilarious. But there's a lot of people who liked the original Teen Titans who hate it because it was like, hey, look, it's the Teen Titans, but it's funny and it's not like a serious like.
They DC want their other thing instead of this thing, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's fine. Both opinions are valid.
Yeah, no one's wrong. It's just a matter of what you wanted, what you like, what you got out of the show. So anyways, again, take what I say with a grain of salt. They originally canceled Teen Titans, I think, because it was a show that it had like an appeal for both like men and women, or boys and girls, I guess, because they were kind of like going for the young adult audience. And because they didn't know how to sell toys for that show, the show got canceled for that reason. I believe is what I heard, is like the show was like getting a lot of views, but they didn't know how to like sell toys about it, so they canceled it. That's something I heard. Again, I have no evidence of that. So it's like,
I mean, I can see that being true.
Even if you make a show and you're a creator of the show and you're like, I make this show to make the best dang cartoon I can. If you ain't selling toys,
right?
What good are you?
Now, the animations are just made as tax write-off. That's the only reason.
Yeah. Now you make a show and it gets thrown immediately in a dumpster like Furnace.
Yeah, it's just cold for the furnace. That's all.
Yeah. We did talk about that Roadrunner movie that came out or didn't come out. That like
I heard it's going to now.
I heard it's going to now.
Somebody bought it, some studio. I knew that was going to happen. Anytime there's like a news story behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy about it. Good, but I'm just the whole like.
Yeah.
Manufactured, like. If I worked on the movie, I'd be upset. That part's not manufactured, but the whole like. The drama.
Outrage.
Will never see the light of day. I'm like, it's gonna. But
yeah. Well, I think it's a good thing.
I don't know what point I'm trying to make. I'm glad it's coming. I'm not upset about that at all. I don't know what point I'm trying to make.
I think it's so like what I remember happening because I caught up on it and I googled it after we talked about it, because I actually hadn't heard about it until we talked about it on the show, and I was really bummed out because I'm tired of that shit happening. I mean, like there was a couple of shows that were like sort of put through that sort of axing process that I liked or had intended to watch. But so what I believe happened was the stories came out about the show getting axed, and then a bunch of the people who were making shows for Max or for HBO, whoever, I guess it's just Warner Brothers now, I don't know. They were all gonna like basically say, okay, we're just not gonna make shit for you anymore. And so then that got Warner Brothers scared, quote unquote, this is all hearsay. And so then they sold the rights to that movie so that it could get released, so that it wouldn't like get, put in the dumpster. But like apparently
there was no sense.
I feel like they should have said, like, no, we're not going to make shit
like,
for you.
Your movie's made, like, you don't even have to advertise it. It got advertised with your whole fucking scam that you got busted for. Like,
yeah.
People are going to watch it because of that. Unfortunately, you benefit from your scam.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, they make money off it somehow. It's a broken system, I guess.
It's a very broken system. As Business Father puts, like, why would you pitch to WB anymore? Like, even if like they sell the rights to the show and then like it gets put out on another network, like, if I was the people who were making, I mean, who am I? Like, I don't know like what their situation is, so I don't know if they have the ability to like do that. But I would just walk away from WB in general and be like,
right,
I'm not trusting you guys anymore with my shit.
Like, why would I make something for them if they're gonna throw it in the dumpster?
Yeah.
And, and there's other things just to like, besides just like, oh man, I worked on this thing and now it doesn't get to see the light of day. That's super depressing, but that's not even the main thing. Like, you lose like your writing credits, all your shit. Like,
yeah. You can't like
the important stuff, the ways you make more money, that stuff. Like that.
Yeah, how you get like jobs.
As much as I want to consume media, that's kind of the least important detail of the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not even like mad about it because like, oh, I can't watch the Roadrunner cartoon with John Cena anymore. Like, I'm like mad because there's people who got like fucked over,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's ruining people's IMDb.
It's normal people that are getting fucked. It's like just creatives that are just struggling to get work, especially now, and then that shit happens. It's really gross.
Like I would never, if Warner Brothers, like, I mean they'll never will. If Warner Brothers was like, hey, we'd like to produce your thing that's so hot right now, which again that'll never happen.
They're gonna make the DrawBomb movie.
Yeah, we'll make the DrawBomb movie. I would say no, fuck you. I don't want to get backrolled.
Yes. I'd say yes, just because I'm
you're a shill.
Needy. I'm a shill, and I'm poor, and I would gamble
You take the luck.
You know, the big studios have all the cards, they hold all the power, so you kind of have to like take those opportunities, even if they fuck people over a lot. Unless you know you have multiple people bidding, then obviously don't go with WB. But
yeah, well, I just I don't know. That's why I'm trying to. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I don't know what the good option is. There is no. I mean, there's no option for me because I'm applying to banks. I'm applying to. Actually, I'm really bummed out. I applied for a job at a bank recently, and I included in my resume all the experience I have working at the last bank. How I was a model employee. They were gonna like, you know, this, that, the other. They were like thinking about upgrading me to management, etc., etc., etc. Have not heard back. And I'm kind of like,
suckers.
Well, like, what are my options now? Like, I don't know any other jobs that I guess I'll like see if the fucking.
Well, you know, maybe don't give up. You know, one place might not have openings. That doesn't mean that's the way it's going to be across the board. You know, if that's the way you want to go.
Well, no, it's just like there's not a lot around me. It's like.
Sure.
If I want to apply to a job, I'll have more luck applying for a job at a tree. You know what I mean?
Are they hiring?
No, unfortunately, I checked their website.
Damn it. God, trees have the best benefits. Well, job security too. Trees, man, they stick around for ages.
Business Father says try recruitment agencies. Do they work in small towns of less than 5,000 people? Do they do that?
You could. Yeah, no, we already said trees aren't hiring. Never mind.
Yeah, I tried.
I'm out of ideas.
I asked the tree next door. They were like, that's what trees sound like.
Blah, 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 blah.
So yeah,
I saw Evil Dead. I'll never work with a tree.
That's fair. Yeah, I saw Evil Dead 2, and I saw Evil Dead 1.
I saw Evil Dead 2 also.
Beat you to it.
Damn it.
No, but yeah,
I just turned it over there.
Yeah, I as soon as I said it, I was like, oh fuck, I gotta get on this before Brandon makes a Evil Dead 2 joke.
Clock was ticking down. You had moments.
I got there. I won. But no, it's just like they work if you're willing to relocate. Well, I'm willing. I just don't have any money. Like I've. When I say I have no money, I wish I was exaggerating. I wish I was exaggerating. I wish I, yeah. It's not looking good for your old pal Ian over here, monetarily. So, I don't know. I am gonna apply for the post office, see what the fuck's up with that. Even though I'm a hazard on the road, and I will kill people.
There's jobs that aren't on the road, too.
Yeah, I'm happy to sort mail all day. I don't give a shit.
Sorting mail, there's a like counter. You work the counter. I'm just saying that job particular.
Oh yeah, no, I'll take a work at a counter. I'll be the guy who like weighs your package and is just like, do you want a stamp?
I'm always asking you to weigh my package, and you keep telling me no.
Oh, I told you.
So late at night.
I can weigh with my hand, but like, you know,
you must weigh with your mouth.
Okay. I didn't get I don't get an accurate reading either way, is all. It's
not about accuracy. I don't care about that. Just tell me how you feel, and that's all I need to know.
Uncomfortable. I'm like, I need a shower. Oh
boy.
I mean, I have debt. I'm just reading what Business Father said. I got fried chicken the other day, and I was like, I will never financially recover for this. Federal jobs have good benefits, pensions, and shit, and good protections. I just need them to hire me, is all. Like, I've applied for so many places. I've done so much applying. Look, let's not turn this into a group hug for Ian, okay? Like, it's fine. It's whatever. Your old pal Ian will bounce back.
That's such a, like, whenever you say your old pal Ian, I just picture, like just like it's like Gil from like Simpsons, like
jeez, oh Gil. You know what I picture it whenever I call myself your old pal Ian. I picture like a clown that you found in an alleyway who just got stabbed. Yeah. Like that's me.
Basically, he's like, don't worry about me.
Like I'm like right. Actively bleeding out onto the ground.
Oh, don't.
Don't worry about your old pal Ian over here. He'll recover. Hold on. I got a handkerchief to
back. I always do.
I got a handkerchief to mop up and like to tourniquet all this blood I'm losing. And I start pulling out one of those like handkerchiefs that has like all the different colored handkerchiefs on it. That is like the image that goes in my head whenever I call myself your old pal Ian. It's just like a clown who just got shanked.
Nothing funny about that.
There's nothing funny about it. Nothing. Clowns they get stabbed a lot. You don't know, but you don't know the struggle of clowns.
Yeah, it's an occupational hazard, you know.
Yeah. Business father says, I don't know, let's actually have an unemployed group hug. I hate my life right now. Laugh my ass off. Someone burn me with a frying pan and yell at me. I need to feel alive. Ugh.
You could work on a line. That's what they do there. They burn you and they yell at you.
That's true.
I've never seen a more like people who are cooks, I think, have to enjoy it because it's just like I've never seen people be bigger dicks to each other at work. It's crazy.
Yeah, you know what? I've seen. Here's the thing. I've worked in a healthy, like, kitchen where like people were like really nice to each other and it was very friendly and like we all got along, and it lasted about 6 months, and then the management like fired the head chef, and then shit just got way more toxic after that. And I was like, but wait, we had the good thing.
That's true. When it's good, but like getting that good group takes a lot of time and curation, I think, and luck. Yeah. Because I've seen it. Right now, like the restaurant I work at, the kitchen's pretty solid and the culture is a lot better than it used to be, and you know, people are pretty shareable and nice to each other. But it's not always that way. When it's bad, people are just like oh, yeah, fuck you to each other's face, and like it's like chaotic and weird. Yeah. In the kitchen.
I once saw one of the cooks, or I think he might have been the dishwasher. Anyway, we watched him strangle his girlfriend the one time at work as we were opening. He didn't work in the kitchen or restaurant after that. But what? I did see that. I mean, he didn't strangle her to death. It was a light strangling.
Sure. Well, you know, any kind of strangling, any non-consensual strangling on the job is a red flag.
Yeah. It was not great, and man, that was tell you what, the mood of the shift that day was a bit dour.
Puts a bit of a damper on things, you know.
Yeah.
Be like, sorry, you have to tell the guests, like, I'm sorry, but this food was not made with love today. I just got to be honest.
Yeah, it was not the ingredient. Wow. Sorry I'm late. Liz got a pellet smoker for Christmas. Love you guys. Hello, Leviathan Den. Welcome. Good to have you here. You missed all the fun. This is a fun episode. This might be the most depressing episode we've had yet.
You know, I think I hope people, when they watch this, they don't feel depressed, because everybody deals with the problems in different ways, but I think facing the depressing way that the world can be at times with jokes makes me feel better about everything personally. Like laughing at my problems is therapy for me. That's just me though. So hopefully people watching are in a similar boat and we're not making you sad.
Sorry for all the people we made sad out there. Let's move on from the strangling story at least.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. Man. There's a bit of chat to catch up with. I don't know if I'll catch up with all of it. Last few kitchens were nice cultural environments, but I still almost got physically beat up by an unhinged line cook. Yeah, it just takes one bad egg.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Not to call someone who's about to beat you up a bad egg. I feel like that is also...
I think kitchens, and I think this is a good thing, I think more jobs should. I'm not saying this in like a, you know, as like a negative, but I think kitchens are more prone to hire anybody
Yeah.
And by that I mean like there's a lot of jobs there. If you have a criminal record or something, you're immediately just like your application's thrown right in the trash, which is not fair because I don't know how somebody's supposed to get back on their feet and you don't even know the context of the crime or whatever. But kitchens hire everybody, so you get some weird chaotic energy in there sometimes.
Yeah, it's cool because you get like a lot of people who are just like we're down on their luck and are actually like the nicest people you met. I know a lot of folks who are like that, who I was just like, you got a record, but like you were clearly just in a bad situation and you're like actually the nicest person I know.
Or even people change. Maybe you sucked and maybe you don't anymore. Like I said, that's why I made sure to mention that part because I'm not trying to say that kitchens are like dangerous because of that. I'm just saying you get a little more of a wild card sometimes.
Yeah, we're human beings. We're not human duns, I don't know what I'm trying to say with that.
Nah, me neither.
It's a whole. It's just you get a lot of situations in a kitchen. Some of them are great. Some of them are not. Some of them are really, really bad. And sometimes the worst people in your kitchen are the managers who run the whole place, and they're actually the piece of shit. Oftentimes. That was actually the situation for us. Aside from, really everything that went wrong in the restaurant I worked at went wrong because we had stupid fucking like bosses who like owned the place and were just like, oh, what if we did this? What if we fired the chef randomly and also hired the line cook and the dishwasher as the chef and sous chef? And it's like, okay, but they're like the most toxic people in this place. It was a whole thing.
How will we know till we try? Business Father says, one of my best line cooks ever did hard time. I'm down to hire felons. I really don't care. They're chill and skilled. Absolutely, and I agree.
Yeah,
that's the point I was trying to make, and I hope I did because I wasn't trying to shit on.
Oh yeah,
that.
No,
there's also a lot of like substance abuse problems in kitchens.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just it creates some like some of the best people I ever met are parts of column A and column B, but it just, like I said, it creates there's more wild cards. There's more unexpected events in a kitchen, I think, than other professions.
Yeah, and I will say this: the people who caused the most issues for that restaurant were like the millionaire, multi-millionaire, billionaire, like people who own the restaurant.
100%. Yeah.
So, Zay says we've hired so many people with page-long records, and they're so awesome. My best cooks I have now are criminals, and we produce pretty high-end dining. Me and other chefs never judge. Yeah, you can't.
Hell yeah.
You can't judge, but like honestly, like. A lot of the people I know who don't have criminal records, the reason they don't is because they never got caught. Like that's what it comes down to. Is a lot of it. Is it's just like sometimes the difference between a person who has a criminal record and one who doesn't is did they get caught? And that's just a fact. And so it's like,
yep,
yeah. I feel like the lighting on this is fine. I feel like I've overdone the lighting on this enough. I feel like we get across the picture. I feel like this picture is like, aside from I just got color in the DrawBomb logo, but I feel like this is done otherwise, right?
Yeah, I like it. What if I just want to see what it looks like. Can you turn down the opacity on the darkness? Just
yes,
just absolutely. I just want to see.
Oopsie, that's too much. How about that?
I like that a little bit better.
And 100?
Let me see it. It was at 100 before? Is that where it was?
This is 100. This is 77.
Let's try 82.
82.
How do we feel, viewers? What are we thinking? That's pretty good. What do you think?
Pretty good. I'm a bit, I want to say I'm a bit biased because I don't want to. I do understand that we should probably not go full darkness, but also the game itself is so damn dark that this feels right for the vibe of the game.
It's also important to say my monitor that I draw on, it's not the light. It's too darker than the image actually is, so I might not be getting a full. I have to look. I'm looking over at Twitch to see what it actually looks like.
Okay.
And It looks pretty good. I'm good with this too.
You're good with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Because yeah, I mean, the game itself is dark as shit, and that is sort of like the vibe I was trying to get. I think you did a great job.
Better. I couldn't see much of the detail on my tablet screen, but I see it the way it should be.
I think you did a great job on the mannequin head, by the way. Have you haven't encountered any of those?
That thing. I googled a picture of it.
Okay.
But regardless, this thing I drew, I would run from that.
Yeah, me too. The mechanic of them is actually pretty interesting. It's not the first game to do this, but the mechanic for the mannequin heads is they will come at you as long as somebody's not staring directly at it. So you have to like face it down and then back away, otherwise it will chase you. And it moves like insanely fast.
If you're not looking at it, it comes at you?
Yeah, like you have to, if you stare straight at
Mario Ghosts. Ghost rules.
Yeah, Mario Ghost rules, Weeping Angels,
got it.
SCP-194 or whatever the hell that number is for that one, you know, same methods apply.
Got it. Yeah, I'm excited to play more. We should see if the group is free anytime soon.
We get the gang together. I like this. It reads, still see the room details. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't want to like block.
I agree.
Everything out, but you know, sometimes I'm like one of those people who I'll like put on a very crazy effect and I'll be like, this looks great, and you know, the actual common sense approach would be like, put it on like just a little bit. This is too much. Like for me, like it's hard for my brain to read like too much of an effect. Sometimes I'm just like, it looks cool, let's do it, you know.
I think sometimes though, I could be wrong, but as an artist, I feel like, and seeing other artists, I feel like you're better off making bold choices than being too careful, because there's so many people that all their work looks so like unsaturated and faded because they're scared to like go bold with colors and light and dark and shadows and things. They're like, they want to like ease in real soft so they never get where it needs to go. So I think it's better to be on this end of the spectrum, if there is one, than the opposite.
Yeah. Shiny new toy energy. yeah, exactly. Is very much shiny new toy energy sort of situation. Daily Dana, who she played Dope the Duck and Snoozy the elephant bird.
Oh yeah, I always forget you're talking to our audience because I'm just like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me.
I do that so much. I catch myself. Shut up.
It's okay.
I'm talking to you.
I have that energy in general, so I forgive it when we're on the show because like I feel like I have
it's not just you and me hanging out. There's other people here.
But I'm like that way a lot when it's just us hanging out. I'm just like, yeah, I know, but like it's like, who cares if I know? Like, you know, you're still allowed to, you know, say and make sure that like I'm on the same page. But I get very, I think I have I don't know if there's a name for it, but it's where it's like it's like the same energy as like you raise your hand in class and the teacher picks somebody else and like somebody else like answers the question and you're just like, I knew that one, you know what I mean?
You have to say it silently out loud so that the people around you knew that you knew it too.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like I have that energy and I can't like, I try and fight it, but like I feel like I have that in my being somewhere and I hate that. So I feel like I get that like sort of I know energy a lot when we're just like having a conversation. I'm sorry ahead of time or after the fact also, because I'm sure I've done it a bunch.
Oh, it's all good. I had a friend in the past who he would really get on my case if I ever like repeated myself, like in like almost like a mean way. And it really kind of fucked with me to the point where now I'm always paranoid. It like permanently like messed me up a little bit, where I'm always paranoid that I'm repeating myself. So I almost like hold back sometimes, and I'm like, God damn it, you got inside my head.
I'm sorry about that. That's awful.
Trying to work on that. Yeah, well, I forgive you. No, it wasn't you.
I'm good. I'm glad. I feel like it could be me though. Like that could be me. No, I just.
Nah, that was me. Nah, you're always pretty like. I think you attempt to, in a social situation, make the people you're speaking to feel good and welcome and stuff.
Oh, thank you. I try really hard. It's like it's a struggle. it's a struggle.
Some people that don't have that bone in their body, and they just like they see like a weakness, and they just like openly attack you in like the middle of a group of people, and you're like, come on, man.
I'll never attack anybody for a thing. I'll just be like, I'll never attack, but I will be very defensive. That's like where I think my flaws come in. Is like I would never attack you for repeating, but I might like defensively be like, I heard that before, because like I feel like it's belittling my intelligence, and it's not like you are doing that, but it's like my brain, like the sirens go off. You know what I mean?
It's the opposite. I have a poo brain, and I forget what I've said. And that's why this happens to me often.
Well, Brandon, if I ever am a meanie to you, please understand it's my poo brain.
You're not.
Oh.
It wasn't you. But anyway, this is like a second ago, but I know you mentioned it, but Leviathan Den mentioned they got a pellet smoker for Christmas. What are you guys smoking? You guys doing some smoking already? What are you smoking? Smoke meats over there?
What you guys smoking? Dude.
Well, dude.
Dude, hell yeah. Smoking.
My dad smokes turkeys for every Thanksgiving, and it's awesome.
You know, I think we may have talked about this in the past,
sure,
but
I'm sure I have.
I say that a lot also whenever we're talking about anything on this show, and that's me, like, but people often complain that like turkey is like flavorless, but it's not. It's just you got to cook it and like prepare it right.
You made it wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
I love turkey.
Like when I was living with my ex.
Sometimes oh, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead first. It's fine.
I sometimes have to remember that I can just go to the store and buy a turkey and make it anytime. I always wait all year for. I mean, I'm sure that's partially why I love it, because I never have it.
You don't like spoil it for yourself.
And like lunch meat, but just like a straight up turkey. I could just go buy a turkey and make a turkey anytime.
That's true.
I should. I love it. And I love the like turkey sandwiches afterwards. Like that's the real deal. I'm gonna go make a turkey.
You should. I love turkey. There's so much of it. It's a big bird. It's like
it's a large bird. Do you know a turkey can fly?
You're shitting me.
They can fly. Not permanently. Like they can't they don't like travel across the country. But we were going for a walk, and there's turkeys in our neighborhood. We live in the woods, and we were going for a walk around the neighborhood, and there's you see them out every so often, and somebody's dog came running after a turkey, and it flew like 30 feet up in the air into a tree and just was like perched on a branch, and I'm just like,
wow.
Huh. And it's funny, like it was like 2 days before that. I don't know how it came up, but me and Morgan were talking, and very confidently I'm like, no, turkeys can't fly. I'm like, they're like chickens. They're like chickens. Apparently they also sleep up in trees often at night. So like, yeah, it's common. I just don't know my turkey facts.
Never knew that. I just imagine it was like in Zelda where you pick up the chicken and then you jump off a ledge and they just like float. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like chickens flap their wings and they can like jump far, basically.
Yeah.
But no, turkeys, they can take off. For limited amounts of time. It was interesting to see, because it's a giant bird to fly.
The reasons
chickens can't fly so much is because they've been kind of bred to be big
and plump
and unwieldy.
Yeah. And so I assume turkeys are bred the same way, right?
But the wild turkeys I'm sure bred turkeys are even bigger, but wild turkeys are big, plump birds, you know?
Leviathan Den says doing some ground deer burgers from the buck I just harvested.
Hell yeah. Sounds good. I like venison.
I do too. Probably get a lot more meat.
How do you feel about this?
I'm happy with this. I think oh yeah, I completely fucked up my dude in the front. Like I forgot they wear the packs on their backs. So let me just fix that real quick. It'll take me 2 seconds.
What were you gonna say about deer?
They're big, and so I feel like deer? You. That's the sound of a deer. I feel like you could make like
pretty
a lot
close,
of.
Actually.
Oh wow. I feel like you could make a lot of burgers off of a deer.
Yeah.
I don't know what the packs look like on their backs. I don't know if this is like. Any good
That's
looking?
actually pretty close from the picture I'm looking at.
Okay.
I think it has another like black stripe near the bottom, but
It's really down here. Draw the Lethal Company characters from memory. The passage of time is our worst enemy.
Now we'll draw Lethal Company characters from memory. I have a Google image up of them, so I cheated.
Well, it's not cheating. Look, okay, there's no such thing as cheating in art.
Unless you're punching in a prompt into AI and then
yeah,
telling somebody you made that thing, that's cheating. That's the only way to cheat in art.
Or if you just like trace over somebody's drawing and
like, well, I had to put the prompt in.
I had to type the words. Do you know how to type a keyboard? Alright, this is oh shit. This is pretty much This is pretty much
right.
This is pretty much
Oh boy.
I'm gonna do one more thing and then I'm all set.
I think when I draw on my tablet, because of the angle I'm at, it's pretty good for my arm and my wrist. But man, I was filling out envelopes for like hours today. And my arm started just like self-destruct. I was like little carpal tunnel twinges and stuff, and I'm like, oh boy, time to take a break. Stretchy. It was like little like pins and needles shooting like from my elbow down to my hand. I'm like, that's not good.
Oof,
don't want that.
That's no bueno.
Now I won't be able to be a professional artist.
Oh,
that's
dude,
the reason I'm unsuccessful.
I found an amazing
tunnel.
I found an amazing button just now in this program. If you click on the ink dropper that picks up colors, you can pick the color from the current layer, which is like always vital.
You're saying instead of so it doesn't
pick up screen
if you
color.
have like effects. If you have effects, it doesn't do. That's nice.
Makes it so much easier.
Other programs have that? Does like Studio have that? It needs it.
Yes, it does.
All right, I don't know how to do that.
I will have to teach you after this show. I'll teach you how to do that.
Teach me the way.
I'll teach you. And then the nice thing about Clip Studio is if you like hold the Alt button, because I hold down Alt, and that's how I like grab colors instead of like switching to the color picker. It just uses that setting so that like I can just do that. I will be happy to teach you.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Oh, thank you, Maester. Are we doing Peter Lorre impressions now?
Sounds like it.
Oh, I do not know. Oh wait, I'm gonna do one more thing real quick, and then it's officially we're good and we're done.
Okay.
Just gonna real quick. Oh, Maester, it's so nice of you to teach me how to use the Clip Studio.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, doesn't this make everything look better?
I'm gonna sign this drawing by pissing on it.
I swear I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
Business Father says, I always wanted to know that guy's name. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. The main reason I know is I was watching a Civ 11 video and he happened to say the guy's name. And I've known his name before, but like it's not like something I have readily available. The only reason I knew it off the top of my head just now is because in the Civ 11 video he's like, this guy is doing a Peter Lorre impression. Isn't that the guy who made Big Bang Theory? Which is a joke because that's Chuck Lorre. But anyways.
Yeah.
Is this good? Does this look bad or good? I can't tell.
It looks a little strange because it's not like uniform.
What about this? Like a
Business Father says very good. Looks very good.
Yay! I'm just trying to. Okay, I think on. I'm just trying to add a little bit of like the flashlight. It didn't feel like the flashlight was on. It felt like
Yeah. It's just a circle. Yeah, this helps a little bit.
Okay.
These yellows and these hots.
What about? Okay. Too much. What about here? Huh? Hmm? Hmm?
Grepsky says, "Whoa, nice drawing."
Hmm?
You're nice
Thank you,
drawing,
Grepsky.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Better keep it like that. I think we'll keep it like this, right? How do you feel about it?
Turn that yellow down, like just a few speckles, just a few percents.
How's that?
That's good. Hey, that's good.
Okay. I'm not gonna touch it anymore.
Okay. Like it.
It's like bright and then dimmer,
I think,
and then bright ring concentric.
you know, kind of like when you look at a flashlight on a wall, it creates like a weird little like
Oh yeah.
bullseye looking thing.
Yeah, that's true. I'm okay with this. If I could do anything, and I feel like it'd be noodling too much, I would make the outer shadow like fade in more. But I mean,
we also only have 14 minutes left.
do we really? Is that how late this show's? Oh my gosh.
Grepsky says, "Where is the shadows? This is not realistic."
Oh no. Well, let's back to work, Brandon.
All right.
No, I think this is fine.
All right, I'm gonna save it. I like your coloring of the DrawBomb logo.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried to, without looking it up, I tried to mimic that sort of scan line, like glitchiness.
Oh, I think you nailed it. I think you did a fantastic job.
Business Father says, y'all have timed episodes. Fancy. I mean, timed is putting it light, or is giving us a lot of credit. We try and be done
for a window of about 2 hours ish.
We try and be done by like 10. We try to start by 8. We try to be done by 10ish, and we try to have the title card done by like 9 so that we can do funny other drawings for the last hour. But we almost never do a
we
lot
get
of the
carried
times.
away with our first drawing.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. I feel like if we're like enjoying ourselves, and
Yeah.
I like the composition, then I'm okay with digging in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with.
Fun to mix it up. I just want to make sure the viewers are having fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I like that we make a good drawing. You know, it's how it goes.
This show's possible because of viewers like you.
That's right.
Hit it. Hit the thing.
Hit
it. Do the
shit.
Hit the thing. Viewers like you. No, that's the wrong one.
Oh shit.
Viewers like you.
Yeah. Oh shit. Hold on.
Oh god. Viewers like you.
Huh?
Wait. Shit. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Wait.
I think the viewers like you. Yep, that was the one. Perfect.
All right. Viewers like you.
There it is. but don't take my word for it.
This is just my favorite sound.
In the sky.
I can go twice as high. That first, I heard like multiple. I was like trying to find the original song, and I heard like a YouTube video that had like the different like variations of the theme song that they would switch to over time. And the first one was such a banger. Like I don't know why they ever changed it. It was never as good.
They had no right going that hard with their PBS theme song.
Fucking nailed it. This is my favorite sound effect of like all time though. Like that's just, you could fit that behind anything and it would work.
It's great. I think the original intro was what, Shaka Khan or something like that.
Was it really?
It was somebody talented. I'm trying to remember.
I remember they used to have like really like amazing and talented musicians like make theme songs for like I mean like they still do that from time to time. I mean Yo Gabba Gabba had like amazing musical guests on, and that was just like a trippy kids show. They had Black Moth Super Rainbow on the one time. They had Beck do music for it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I liked when musicians did like just random one-off projects with like shows. They're just like, hey, you want to make a crazy song for us, Jack White? And you'd be like, yeah, sure. I don't have any examples of Jack White doing it. I just like Jack White a lot.
Did he do Reading Rainbow also?
He did, yeah, he did Reading Rainbow. That's why they have one where instead of like that sweet arpeggiator that goes like bop, 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 it's just like a squealing guitar that's like making inhuman noises that sound amazing.
Yep. Just some like heavy drums.
Yeah. Yeah, they got Meg White to for that one song too. She came back.
They're back together finally.
Jack White did a Tiny Death show. Holy shit! Well, was it Jack White? Was it him as the Rockin' Tours? Was it him as the White Stripes? Was he solo? Was it him doing Blue Man Records? I know he does mostly solo. Actually, I heard his latest solo album was pretty great. I heard one song off of it, which is really fucking weird. It was like him and I think I want to say it was Phife Dawg from Tribe Called Quest, but I could be wrong. One of the Tribe Called Quest guys is dead, and I'm not sure if it was Phife Dawg, but he was just a little baby. Oh, okay. It was like back then, but he has like the song called like Fiddle Dee Dee. He just like in his most recent like release as like Jack White, he had like a song called, it's not called Fiddle Dee Dee, but it's like something along those lines. But he did it. It was a collab with one of the guys from Tribe Called Quest. I want to say Phife Dawg. I could be wrong. And it was just the weirdest song I ever heard, but it was also kind of a banger.
Huh. Interesting.
Piss's father says he was wearing a diaper and drooling everywhere and throwing shit around the room. Hold on. I'm not sure that's
just
true.
A little baby. No, he's been talented for a long time. He learned to play guitar before he learned to wipe his ass.
Yeah, before he was potty trained.
This has nothing to do with anything, but I just saw it recently and it was pretty wild. But I think it was the Tiny Desk thing also, but it was I don't really follow any of her music. I know the one that became a meme because of OC and SNL, but Imogen Heap or whatever.
Oh yeah.
She did a Tiny Desk thing and she basically was showing off this. She has this glove that she like programmed her with a friend or somebody.
Oh yeah, I think.
But she basically turned it into like a synthesizer, and the way she makes hand motions, it adjusts everything. And she's like learned it so well because she uses it so much that it's practically like this instrument. But she's like doing all this crazy shit just by moving her hand around, and it was really fascinating to watch.
I've seen like a little bit, I think possibly about that glove. I can't say for certain, but that shit is so cool.
Yeah,
I follow a lot of.
You can tell she's been using it enough that it's like an extension of her. Like she understands how to use it. You know, like
that's so cool.
You've been using any tool forever.
Business father says.
Not a theremin.
Okay, I was gonna say there's a lot of theremins that do that, but you know, I think the glove.
I don't think it's a theremin. It was a full on, just like she had a power glove, and the way she moved her fingers would do all different stuff to her voice. Is that a theremin?
No, a theremin is, first of all, theremins have a very specific sound. Theremins are the ones that go.
Theremins are only used for alien music.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have, it's a box with a coil. I was gonna say a theremin is an instrument. No, yeah, theremins are the ones you have to use two hands for a theremin. She was using. You're saying Imogen Heap was essentially using a power glove, but it was like connected to like a whole synth setup.
It. Like it's like a custom thing. It's not a thing that like people can go out and get to learn to play it. It's like she built it.
I watch a lot of YouTube videos about just weird ass like instruments that people make that are like completely experimental and nobody else would like ever use except for the person who like put it together essentially. I love that shit. I love that shit so much.
I know.
Like,
I'm surprised there's not more of it, honestly, because like you can make.
Oh, there's a lot of it. You just got to look in the right corners.
But I'm surprised more like professional artists don't use that kind of stuff. But I guess you'd have to be like a melding of like an engineer and a talented musician to create something like that.
Yeah, or you just like have to be like, hey, like you'd have to be an artist who, one, is okay with making like really weird out there shit, and a lot of like professional or like at least popular artists are kind of like, they're popular because they kind of stay in like a specific lane, you know? Like you're not going to see Drake using the Power Glove to like make a song or anything like that. Why not? When's Drake going to get a theremin? But I think it's like I could see Bjork maybe dipping into that kind of territory.
Yeah.
It's like very specific artists who are like in like the artists who you listen to because they do weird shit, you know. It's like I listen to a lot of artists because like their shit's easy to listen to, and then I listen to a lot of artists because whenever I hear what they're doing, it's like nothing I've ever heard before, and like that's not the easiest to like get into, but man, is it cool if you have an appreciation for it, you know.
You also got to find that sweet spot, because if you go too far, then you turn into like Stomp or Blue Man Group, and you're fucking playing with like a plastic cup or pipes or some weird shit.
Wait, are you telling me that you don't think the Blue Man Group produces bangers? Because I'm here to tell you, you're sorely mistaken. I'm
sure it's a hell of a show. It sounds fun. It's cool, but I'm just saying it's like it's very niche. It's very in its own box.
It's they're
PVC
definitely
pipe exclusively, I think.
and paint splatters.
Like, we went to a Stomp show as kids. When my parents got us like tickets for it. It was actually cool, but I'm sure it's cool. But if they're like making music with like brooms and like the man has like a straw with like in a cup, and there's like it's just kind of stupid, but also it's kind of fun. And
trash can lids. I think trash can lid is like one of their prototypical.
They got the idea from that episode of Doug.
That's right, banging on a trash can, drumming on a street light. Think big. Sorry, I know way too much of that song.
They invented Stomp.
They did invent
a lot of good
Stomp.
music in that show. The killer tofu.
Ooh wee ooh.
The beats.
Killer tofu. E-I ooh wee ooh. Killer tofu. There's I have MP3s of like the beats, just like the raw recordings that they used for the show. And they shred, number one, on those recordings. Like, they have guitar solos that fucking shred. I think you can find these songs on YouTube also, but the beats...
Where do you get the Doug's B-side album?
I don't know. I don't know where I found these. I just had them the one day, like, because I shared music with a lot of people.
Mr. Dink, this rap song. That's great.
Hey, Doug! It's me, Mr. Dink!
Doug should get away from that guy. Don't speak to your neighbor. He's deranged.
He was the one guy who thought Bigfoot was real in the movie or something along those lines, I remember.
I watched a lot of Doug, and I remember... I say I remember very little, but I'm like dropping references. But I don't remember like many plot lines. I remember some details.
So did you watch Doug on Nickelodeon or on Disney? Because those are two distinct Dougs.
Nickelodeon.
Okay, good. I mean, I never watched Doug on Disney, so I can't say good. But
so it wasn't just like, it was like a whole different show. It wasn't it's like reruns or whatever.
They made Doug's sleeves longer, and they also were in junior high.
Doug was showing too much skin before, you know.
Yeah.
Like, we got this show's for kids. Cover those arms.
The character designs were all done a little differently, and they were in, I think, junior high instead of wherever they were before. I never had junior high. I went to elementary school, middle school, high school, so I don't know what junior high is like. What that is, but I remember. Why is that the first thing you said, LMAO? They made his sleeves. Okay.
He told you the show's very different, and that's how. There's no other details that are different.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. Doug on Nickelodeon versus Disney.
Is it possible he just rolled his sleeves down? Why is that? Is this character not allowed to wear anything different in his life?
It's so different. Okay, look, you're gonna see.
They changed Patty Mayonnaise's name to Patty Aioli.
I'm not kidding you.
Changed from green to red.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. Okay, are you ready for this? You're gonna say, "Oh wow, his sleeves are longer." Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Watch. Oh shit, I put it on the wrong layer. Okay.
You better prove it. I don't believe you.
Tell me those sleeves aren't longer.
I like that they're not even that much longer.
They're longer. Okay.
I was expecting like down to his wrist, not like.
They're kind of in some shots. It depends on what frame you're looking at. Okay.
So.
I'm gonna find a better example. But why is that the most important thing to you? Because I was a kid. That was the part that stuck. Because I didn't watch the Disney version. I didn't watch the Disney Channel back then. The show ended, and I was like, okay. I'm just telling you, man. They changed the character designs for the Disney version, which isn't a bad thing. That's just the main thing I know.
Are Doug, Charlie Brown, and Caillou related?
Doug is Caillou older. Look,
they cut Patty Mayonnaise's hair.
Yeah, they gave her a haircut.
You got some new style.
I actually didn't know about that because I just noticed Doug's sleeves and I was like, I'm out. Sleeves are too long.
Like, ugh.
But look, man, like...
Disgusting.
Do you see how his sleeves bend with his arms? Old Doug, his sleeves would never bend with his arms.
You're just
okay.
You want to see Doug's elbows. I understand. You're mourning Doug's elbows.
I'm just saying, man.
They take a little, and you know you give them an inch, they take a mile. You know.
It just
First
felt
it's his
like
elbows, then what? Then what?
It felt like they were trying to make Doug hip, and I was like, the point of Doug is he's a dork, okay? He's a fucking dork, and that's why we all relate to Doug, is because he's a dork.
That was why I didn't relate to him. I'm like, I'm so much cooler than this.
I'm just a cool guy.
Awesome.
I don't relate to Doug.
Like
I'm
Doug.
too cool.
My sleeves are way shorter than that. I'm nothing like this guy.
I'm just saying,
fuck
man.
Caillou, worst little kid ever. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that kid. All right, hold on. One more comparison, okay? I promise. Give me a sec.
Why is Doug wearing fucking like sweater vests?
I don't know, man. Again, who's a dork?
Because he's a dork.
Okay. Look at the difference in the sleeves. They're different.
They're a little longer.
They're longer. Okay.
Does it make them look less dorky if they're a little longer? Is that what they're going for?
I don't know, man. It just felt weird.
What
Doug is the loser. I think every character design was different in the show. I don't know.
Every single character's sleeves are 1 inch longer. That's
yes.
the difference in the show.
That's absolutely right. Actually, okay. Here's the crazy thing, okay? Doug's sleeves. Okay, this is the conspiracy you all didn't know about. Okay, get ready for this. Doug's sleeves got longer, but Roger Klotz's sleeves got shorter.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, why?
You better. You're saying this stuff openly online. You know, people are gonna come for you. You know, you're digging too deep. You're not gonna like what you find. You better knock it off.
I'm gonna knock the door, and a government agent's gonna fucking shoot me in the head.
Next episode of DrawBomb, you'll just be like very like no emotion, and your sleeves will be so long.
Hello, I am Ian.
I'm here to retract my previous statements about Doug.
Doug was fine.
His sleeves are the same size in both
shows.
There's
no noticeable difference in Doug. Yes, they are different, but why is that the most important thing to you when explain the differences? Well, because I have nothing else to go on, okay? I never watched the Disney version, and I didn't watch it not because I didn't not watch it because the sleeves were different. It was just like at that point I grew.
You noticed that.
That was the one thing I saw. I was like, oh, his sleeves are longer. That's kind of weird. That's a different show. That's it. Cause
have you seen what Arthur originally looked like?
I can't say that I have. So I will say this. There's one reason why the sleeves are a big deal to me. Okay. And it's actually not a big reason. The sleeves are not a big deal. It's just the one thing that I saw that was different. Okay, I never watched the Disney version. It's just when you look at the show from a purely aesthetic point of view. Okay, my camera's blurring me. It's just that I saw that the sleeves were longer, and I was like, oh, that's a different show. The sleeves are different. there's a scene in the original Doug, okay, and then we're gonna stop the episode after that because then the government agents I hear them.
I need to talk about Arthur after this, and then we'll be done.
Okay, there's a scene in the original Doug where Doug goes to his closet and he's like, "What outfit am I gonna wear today?" And then he opens his closet and he's just got like 20 hangers of all the exact same outfit, and he's just like, "Huh, I wore that yesterday," and then he just picks one or something like that, and I just. If you look
closely in that shot, one
had longer sleeves.
Had longer sleeves. All right.
Oh man.
I'm gonna show you. So this is funny because not only did Arthur look so different, but the first Arthur book there ever was a book about Arthur's insecurities and getting over it, and the insecurity in specific was his nose. And then they changed the fucking design to him not having an aardvark nose.
I don't know how I feel about this.
It's a little too phallic, isn't it?
It's a weird, like, here's the thing. If I were to see this character animated and, like, moving about and going through all of the scenarios Arthur from the show had. This was in
books originally, so it's a little easier to consume in a book. Still images.
I feel like this would be an uncomfortable character design to watch.
Business Father says, biblically accurate Arthur. Exactly. This is...
Do not be afraid, child.
We're used to the King James edition version of Arthur on PBS. This is what he. That's right. What he looks like for real.
That's like it
I
makes
do
sense.
Think it's ironic that it's about him being insecure about his nose, and then they gave him a nose job, basically.
Yeah, that kind of goes against everything.
Pretty funny.
That is funny.
Leviathan Den says, "What's the theme of the drawing tonight? I like it. This is we are going on Lethal Company, which is a co-op. I don't know what you call it, extraction. I don't know.
A co-op extraction looter, I would say.
Yeah, but basically, it's kind of like
extraction survival,
something like that. It's just like real lo-fi, just like 4-player co-op game, and it's like real janky and simple and chunky and scary, and it's fun. Just fun. And my favorite part about the entire game is it has proximity chat. So like if you get far away from your friends, you can't hear them. You have to use walkie-talkies to talk. If somebody dies, they immediately just like you'll be talking to them over a walkie-talkie, and they just go radio silence in the middle of a scream. It's awesome. Yeah,
the most common sound you'll hear in the game is someone going like, "Oh my god."
And then you're like, "Hello, Ian? Are you okay? Ian?" And you're like, "All right, we got to get out of here. He's dead."
Yeah, you'll talk on the walkie-talkie and you'll be like, "Hey, do you see Ian on the radar?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, a red dot is carrying his body around somewhere."
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It's a lot of fun. Grepsky calls it a horror comedy, which I think is accurate.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a real fun co-op game. I don't know.
Yeah. That's how made by one guy.
Anyways.
Who's rich now, I'm sure.
Oh, is that? I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's solo dev.
Love that.
Yeah. How does it feel to be on the cutting edge? Like, we were streaming that game at least a full week before all of the big YouTubers caught wind of it and were streaming it.
I know. Are you asking me how does it feel? Feels like nothing. It hasn't changed my life in any way.
It's very funny. We have our fingers on the pulse. Everyone they saw us playing it and they're like, "That looks fun." Penguin Zero was like, "I gotta get on some of that action right there."
Exactly. We got the ball rolling.
Yeah, you can thank us for Lethal Company popping off the way it did.
Yeah. I like when indie games pop off because it means the developers. I like it when artists.
Yeah.
Get rich, but also he'll keep probably adding to it and making it better, and that's always cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy for the developer. It seems like they caught lightning in a bottle, and they didn't have to do it through a fucking shitty publisher or anything like that. They just released it of their own accord and just kind of blew up. How did you hear about it?
I just saw it on Steam and I was reading some of the reviews and I'm like, that sounds really fun for co-op.
Huh.
And it's $10, and so I bought it.
Well, you were right. Artists in The Sims get rich.
When I grabbed it, it had only been out for like couple days, I think. But I don't know. It looked people in the reviews were saying like, wow, this is really funny and some of the most fun I've had in co-op, and I'm like, sold. And I read about the proximity chat, and that just like, oh yeah, I love that.
And every game is improved by it. They should just have that.
Yeah, just adds so much like immersion and like so much kind of environment, or I don't know how to describe it, but it really gives you like, really puts you in the in the shoes a little bit more.
Like walking into the facility.
You can't rely on the fact that you're just talking around on Discord.
Yeah, walking into the facility and then like hearing the reverb in each other's voices is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
There's just even little details, like there's one part where so when you buy items, it comes on this rocket that has like an ice cream truck song playing. But like there's a time I was inside the place looking around, and you were by the thing getting your items, and when you talk to me on the walkie-talkie, I can hear it like playing in the background. It grabs all the audio around you, which is really cool.
That is cool. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a good game. Very mean. It's a very mean game.
Oh yeah, it's hard, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I think.
Proximity chat and ESO is a nightmare, but it's implemented well in local chat. ESO. I want to say Elder Scrolls Online, but I don't actually know.
He's saying, I think he's saying Elder Scrolls Online and then Lethal Company. The second one.
Oh, yes, Business Father. Yes. LC is Lethal Company.
That thing we're talking about?
Yeah, I said local chat. Jesus Christ.
What an idiot, guys. Everyone, get him!
Local chat? Yeah, local chat, you know, like, what is that? Local chat. It's like, if you're playing an Elder Scrolls Online, you have global chat.
That makes sense, yeah.
You have local chat, where it's like only the people who can hear you close by see what you're typing. Yeah.
It's a real thing.
I played a lot of Elder Scrolls Online. I played a lot of Elder Scrolls Online for a while. I was actually thinking about picking it back up again, trying to play through the main campaign, even though it's like, I think you need like a team for it.
Let me know if you do. I'll consider it.
It doesn't require a subscription. It's just you can play it.
And Brandon, do you have anything to plug?
Check out our YouTube channel. Just like put a bunch of our videos on a playlist, on a queue, and then
when you go home for Christmas, just leave it playing on loop.
Just put it in the background while you sleep. Get us rack up those watch hours for us on YouTube so we can hit that threshold for monetization.
Rig up ChatGPT to just leave comments on all of our videos under different accounts. Every 20 minutes.
Yeah, put our movies on like 3 times in a row, because that'll eat up a lot of hours, and then just like do that.
There you go.
Business Father says proximity chat and Elder Scrolls Online is mostly kids yelling slurs. No, that was my experience too. It wasn't just your server. That's pretty much any game in all honesty, but that was my experience with Elder Scrolls Online. I might meteor request DrawBomb in the background, honestly. How many hours you need? We need 3,500 hours of watch time still. In a year, but I mean we're
in a year.
Yeah.
This year's almost over.
This year is almost over. That's actually easy to do regarding ChatGPT. Hey, I mean, we'll take any of the help we can get.
We don't know you. If we have no idea who you are. If you do this, who the hell are you? We don't know. Our hands are clean.
Yeah.
It's just a random business-oriented father doing this. We don't know. Like, we don't know. Who knows?
That's correct. Yeah. So Grepsky asks, how far are we, or like how close are we? So like in order to get monetization on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers. We're at 1,139, so we're good on that. The other thing we need is 4,000 watch hours on our main videos, not on our shorts, within the span of a year, and we have 340 of those. So we need another 3,760 or 660.
Yeah, so. we didn't really, I think 300 hours of watch time is pretty impressive.
I'm happy with that.
It's nowhere it's not where, close to what we need yet.
Yeah.
We'll keep at it.
It's a pretty steep ask from YouTube. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's what I have to plug. Otherwise, yeah.
They say how many hours are left in the year? I don't think there's enough hours left in the year for one person to get us there. We'd need multiple people.
We'd need like a team of so many. We'd need some like diehards who are just like, I mean, you don't have to like watch it. You could also probably have it running on multiple windows, and that would. I don't know what counts and what doesn't count on YouTube.
You know, our goal this year was to hit 1,000. Last November. It was the end of November. Ian was over because I had my wedding in the beginning of December, and right before that we were talking and we were like, okay, this year we're gonna hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We were at about 70 at the time, I think.
I think we had just hit 100 because we had found that the shorts algorithm was working out for us.
Yeah, so we were, under 100, and we were like, all right, this is the goal. And about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, we hit 1,000, and now we're at like 1,100 or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So hit that goal. So
we hit that. Goal.
Next goal is to get monetized. I don't know if we can do it in a year, but we're gonna try.
Gosh darn it, we're gonna give it a shot.
Yeah. Grepsky says there's only 2 hours left in today. Well, let's get on YouTube and use them wisely.
That's right.
Gotta get monetized.
Gotta get that monetization.
And then do you have to do that you have to keep that going to maintain
it? No, you don't.
You're just in once you're in?
Once you're in, you're in.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Thank God.
Good to know.
Yeah, so it's a steep requirement, but it's what we're trying to do. All right, well, I have 5 computers, 2 other devices, and a shit ton of accounts and VPNs. Business father, if you do not have to like you don't have to like up your energy bill on our record.
Yeah, it's all good. We love you, but you don't have to do that for us. But that's very, very kind of you.
Yeah. I feel like that would increase your monthly internet bill or your monthly power bill just a little bit more than it would be worth it for little old us. Your old pal Ian here is gonna be just fine.
They're mining for DrawBomb coins.
That's right. Grepsky, hold on. Grepsky's doing math right now. On all 7 devices from now until the end of the year. 3,395 hours. Ooh, just shy. I mean, here's the thing. It rolls over. Like, I think when we got the 340 hours, that time zone kind of started from when we released Dr. Catastrophe, I want to say. So that's like April. So I feel like the 350 hours, 340 hours that we have right now will last us until about April, I want to say. I could be completely incorrect, though.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying.
Says,
go ahead. No, you read it.
I cheated my way forward on Twitch, and I'm not above doing it forever. Hey, I'm with you. I'll fudge the numbers.
This might be a project for next year. Well, we have a couple of projects we're hoping to release around next year that we're hoping will draw some people in. I don't know. But it's a rolling window, exactly. So it's like it's not. But yeah, I mean it's a steep request, but I feel like if we just keep up sort of the current plan, hopefully we'll hit it at some point.
Let's just keep making things we like.
Yeah.
For you beautiful people, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah. I'm not above cheating YouTube though. I mean, I just
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. But, they cheat. I mean, they cheat, so.
Yeah, like what they can run ads on our videos, but we can't. I mean, I haven't actually seen any ads on our videos, but they can if they wanted to. But we can't make any of that money. Like, stupid. Also, I could complain about YouTube all day and all night, but we gotta go, folks. We got places to be. I might stream some Far Cry tonight after the stream. If folks want to come over to my Top Cat Yo channel, I might stream some Far Cry.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Business Father, we appreciate you. Leviathan Den.
Lazaze.
Yeah, Lazaze. Yeah, Grepsky. All the best ones.
All the people we love to see. Thank you all for the support.
All the ones I love are here, and all the ones I hate didn't show up. It's perfect.
That's right.
You guys don't tell the rest of the viewers, but you guys are my favorite ones.
Just between us.
You're my favorite ones. Don't tell the rest. They wouldn't be able to take it. They're weak. Not like you guys.
They can't handle. Yeah.
You guys got short sleeves. You guys are cool. I appreciate you. They're not like those long sleeve posers.
Yeah.
That aren't here tonight.
You want a long sleeve dog like those other guys.
You're a short sleeve dog like us.
You guys are some real short sleeve dogs over there, okay?
That's the new phrase instead of like OG or something. Short sleeve dogs.
You guys are a short sleeve dog, all right? If someone calls you a short sleeve dog, that's a badge of honor.
It is, yeah.
Someone calls you a long sleeve dog, you better run. You're about to be stabbed like a clown in an alleyway.
Wow, so many callbacks on callbacks.
Callbacks. All right.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching. We love you. We appreciate you all.
Been a wonderful time. It's sleeves that make the man. That's right.
I have one more question before we go.
All right.
In Disney's Doug, does Quail Man wear boxers instead of briefs?
I do not know.
Because those are longer sleeves also.
Yeah.
Leg sleeves.
Longer leg sleeves. That's right. Well, here's the thing. Wait, is Quail Man Doug? What?
There's no way to be sure, but I've never seen them in the same place at the same time.
I'm just stealing a Mega 64 joke at this point in time, which is a good time to sign out. Okay, bye everybody.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
You're being a long sleeves Doug right now.
I'm being a real long sleeve Doug. That's a real long sleeve behavior right there.